Hey guys, welcome back to Making It. Today we're making half sour, lacto fermented pickles, classic New York style, crunchy, a little sour, delicious. My favorite type, eat them any time of the day, middle of the night, in the morning, whenever. Yum, crunchy, fizzy, fun, delicious. Oh, let's get a little shout out to the, let's do a little ingredient shrine. Get the shrine going a little bit before we get yapping about the ingredients, because we've got some really fun ones today. All right, any new additions we do. We do have a little show and tell today, and everybody's happy, usual suspects. We got the Lord of Depth. Look at this freaking mug, little mackerel mug. This is my new coffee jammer. Jordan Munro. Hell of a nice guy and hell of an artist. Look at this. Really incredible work. Check them out on their website. But my goodness, thank you, man. Really slick. Oh, look at this. I love mackerel and holy mackerel. You know who likes stickers? And mackerel. Are my kids. I let them stack them. You should see they have a Yeti cooler and it's just like... Andy from this dude, I don't even know how I know him, but I chat with him online and he makes really cool Grateful Dead shirts. MTV Trading Cards, he sent me a t-shirt through these little jammers in there. Heavy heaters, dude. Slick Rick, bud. Big Daddy Kane, Public Enemy. Fab Five Freddy, dude.
Fab Five Freddy told me everybody's fly.
So yeah, pickles, real simple, half sour, classic. People have been making these for millions of years, okay? Like hundreds of millions of years, I think people have been making these things. We're starting with just some good old classic Japanese style cucumbers that I got from Stone Acres Farm down in Stonington, Connecticut. Old Farmer Pete there, thank you, buddy. Flowering seeding fennel, okay, from the Gagnon. We got some green cilantro on the seed, little green cilantro seeds. If you don't like cilantro, you're really gonna hate these because they're just like fresh, juicy. It's why I grow cilantro, to be honest, is to get jars of these. I got some fronds from the fennel that we're growing in the Gagnon as well. We got the little garlic where it goes to seed at the end of the flower there, bulbuses or something, but they're delicious and they're edible. And we're gonna put a few of them in there. Why not? We have them, it's the season, we're pickling, and I got a little extra garlic just in case we want to throw some in. Also have some mustard seed and some fresh dill seeds from last year's seeding harvest. Always grow herbs, let them go to seeds, and then you collect them, you dry them, eat them fresh. Most of them I like to dry so I can use them, you know, throughout the year. And to bring some tannins to the party, we're gonna bruise up and shove a little oak leaf in there. And that's just gonna release, like I said, some tannins, and it's gonna help maintain a nice crunch. Because as we ferment, we're really just controlled rotting in our favor. All right, little lacto ferment eating little microbes. And we're just gonna be rocking and rolling, making some half sour pickles. My favorite. I'm really excited for this one. We'll get started. All right, so basically we started off with sanitation. I'm gonna go wash my hands.
Be sure to get under those fingernails.
Next off is the jars, all right? You want them to be nice and clean inside and out. I already gave them a little wash, but what I do is I put a little vinegar in there, a little white vinegar, and I give it a little shake, shake them up real nice, cleans the inside, beautiful, and then you ditch the vin. Boom, you can even give it a little rinse if you were doing something that might be sensitive to a little bit of vinegar. Now we're nice and clean, ready to go. Everything's already prepped, and we're gonna start with weighing the pickles. I already weighed them, so we don't need to do it. It's about 2 pounds. This is 2.2. I'll put a little pinch extra of salt in there. And you want about 3.6% salt by volume. It's a nice little ratio. For 4 cups, you would add a quarter cup of salt. And I have a little salinity meter, we can check that. Let's start with that to get the salt going. So I got 4 cups, nice water from the well here. You don't want anything too, crazy. You don't be using pool water or the ocean or anything like that. So just some nice water.
You can't trust the tap water.
And we got some salt. All right, we're gonna do, what I say, a quarter cup. You wanna use non-iodized salt whenever you're doing a little lacto ferment or pickle. Get the best salt you can. You don't have to go crazy. I'm just using Diamond Kosher, or I know that Morton makes the canning salt. You can use that. Let's give it a nice little stir. Get that salt dissolving. That's gonna be the base for our brine. Who's the scientist now? 3.8. We needed 3.6. We're running a little hot. I'm gonna give it a splash. Close enough. So 4 cups of water, slightly warmer than room. I'd say about 90 degrees, 80 degrees in here. In the water, I mean. 3.58. Wow, that's close enough. Good enough for the girls we date, Ian, I'll tell you that much. We're gonna add right out of the gate here. Cucumbers cut up into little nubs, little chunks, little loggers. Little pieces, and we're gonna pack them into the jar here. Let's add 3 A little pinch of those garlic seeds, a little garlic bulbs or bulbuses. A little crumble of those in there. They're peppery, spicy, those are wonderful. It's probably gonna ruin it. And we're gonna do a little green coriander seed. Just one of them, I'm gonna go heavy with the coriander. All right, so this one's gonna be garlic and green coriander. Nice, okay? A little more garlic. Give it a little crush job. And I think that's gonna be good. Oak leaf. Give it a little bruise and just go in there and shove that right in there. Last minute thought about putting a little lemon in there. Just adds a nice little citrusy kind of bitter niceness. So we're just gonna do a little bit, just a little bit. Just a little toot right in there. Next one, we're gonna go heavy into the fennel. All right, we got our fennel seed. We're just gonna go ahead and shove that right in. You get down there. Same with our, look, this one we're gonna roll up. We're gonna roll that one right up, slip it down there. I like that. Classy fennel fronds, which are the little, fronds, the fronds, Brad. Shove that in there, that's nice, okay? Next, we're gonna go the dill and mustard seed, right in the little guy, all right? Nice little combination of each. That's lovely. Oh, let's not be silly. Let's put a little garlic in each one of them too. You know what? I think I'm gonna add a little bit of lemon. No, maybe just this one. I love doing that. We got 3 different profiles, same base, same salinity, same brine. Each one's got an oak leaf. So here's our 3.6 salt solution, our brine base. We're gonna fill these up, try to top them off. If I need to make some more, we'll just make some more. And that's it. Now we're gonna put our cleaned lids right on there. Whoop. Beautiful. And now we're gonna leave them out, room temperature, over in the old fermentation lab, the old station, the old stump, the old table. That is actually a really cool table. Put the lids on nice, tight, or we want to get an airlock. Again, we are fermenting here, lacto ferment. So as it's happening, it's gassing, it's letting off that gas, which can make this blow up. The lid will start bulging. You don't want that. So you want to burp it. I like to kind of push it on the burping a little bit because I like when it gets a little fizzy, and I feel like that happens better sometimes when the gas is trapped instead of just off gassing, as opposed to an airlock or a crock for that matter. And people make these in buckets. I think, yeah, whatever. It's fermenting, don't ignore it. It will turn into a little pickle bomb, 5-7 days. And from there, I'll check them. If they need to be burped, if they look like things are really, that lid's really starting to get a little, you give it a little pop over the sink, it might get a little fizzy. I'll check them in a day or two. And then we'll pop them in the fridge, and where I like to let them sit for about a day or two. You can eat them right then, anytime, to be honest. You can eat them right now. You can eat them in 2-3 hours, they'd be delicious. But to really get that sour, that lacto fermentation, to give off that acid, which is gonna give you that nice little tangy, half sour, lacto fermented pickle. We'll see you in about 2 weeks, 2, 3 weeks, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. We did a good week and a half in the ferment, watching the fermentation happen, off-gassing them. I did that once, very fizzy. Me and the lovely Peggy, we captured it on the old camera. Oh yeah, big bubbles. It's been 3 days. Let's taste that. Not done. Jesus Christ, this video is horrible. And it was beautiful. It smelled great. We even tasted it, Bill. Me and Peg had a little nibble. So we popped them in the fridge, halt the fermentation, let everything kind of chill out. And then I came in today with old Billy Ponderosa here. We're gonna open them up one by one. I noticed one is like a snow globe of like white flecks everywhere. I have a couple theories. I think it's those little garlic seeds, those little garlic bulbuses, and some of the garlic that we put in there. It appears to have broken down a bit in the fermentation process. I think it's all the garlic that just fell apart. It's probably delicious. Let's start with our funky. Smells like a pickle. Very cucumber, but it smells like a pickle. I don't know how else to put that. Let me get a little thing here, bud. All right, let's pop one of these out. Going almost into a full sour here. Still seems to be pretty firm, which is nice. I like that. Lost that kind of raw cucumber veg. Let's see how far. I'll slice one this way for the sake of science. Oh yeah, full penetration there, Bill. We got a nice green all the way through. This is looking kind of like a full sour. Nice texture, wow. Almost looks like seaweed, like bulk kelp. Crunchy. Adding the oak leaves to it, adding that tannins, help with the integrity of the cell walls, adding the tannins to it, which helps with maintaining a crunchy pickle. Yeah, that's, dang, that's, I don't know, I guess that's, given it's been, what do you think? It's been about, I put a date on here. That's a good pickle, man. Crunchy, sour. We didn't add any vinegar. That's all that lacto fermentation, giving off that lactic acid. Flavor, depth, sour, salty, crunchy, refreshing. Bill, you gotta try one of these. Get in there. Good cucumbers, too. That's what it starts with, all right? Isn't that delish? Let's cut this one open. This is exciting. Oh, look at that. Look at the color in that. Wow-wee. And then look, boom, burger night, ham sandwich for the kiddos. Real quick, you wanna make some chips. Slice them right up. Oh, really, Brad? Is that how you make pickle chips? That's how you do it. Stick with me. Look at those. Put those on your ham sandwich. A little Hellman's mayonnaise, baby. Salt, pepper, thin slice prosciutto cotto. Woohoo! We gotta do that next, Bob. And then I just store them in the fridge. You know, you might want to fact check this and watch your nose and smell it, but I think this is like, you can keep this bad boy in the fridge for quite some time. Weeks, months, years, centuries, I think, actually. Fresh coriander. That was the fresh fennel seed, the flowers out there, garlic, delicious flavor. Next, green coriander. Ooh, doesn't smell bad at all. Always a good indicator. If it stinks, or if you have any off-colored molds, pinks, browns, reds, yellows. I don't really want to see much or any mold in here. Oh, it looks freaking perfect. Look at that. Make you toiky poiky. Very garlicky, which supports my theory that the brine was just overly saturated with macerated, fermented, broken down little tiny garlic bulbs, those little seeds. Little softer in texture. Interesting. I like the first one better. I wonder if that had something to do with some of the cloudiness too. Big garlic flavor. It's delicious. Good pickles. Let's go, Daddy. All right, let's try the dill one. We know dill works in pickles. Smell. Everything looks pretty nice. Beautiful green color all the way through. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna be calling these full sour at this point. They once were half and now they're full. I usually am more of a half sour guy. The full sours can tend to be a little more mushy. Not this though, crunchy as heck. Woo! I think this one, I wish we had a little more dill in it because I'm not really getting a ton of dill flavor. A little bit, but I like a dill pickle, you know, that's got a lot of dill. All right, so we tested all three. Same, very similar in textures as they were all the two types of varieties of cucumbers. Same salt solutions into our brine. Only difference was certain aromatic profiles. I'm no pickle expert. I'm gonna go with the garlic number 1, fennel number 2, and then the dill, just because we didn't use enough dill. And it didn't really come through that much. Delicious, funky, crunchy, snappy, fun, just like us. Delicious though, easy to make, you know, especially something like cucumbers. They grow so fast. Get some good ones if you can. Grow them if you can. Check out some farmers markets or some farm stands. Thanks for hanging, and we'll talk soon. And maybe we'll make some ham sandwiches for lunch, Bob. Actually, that's a lie. Thanks for hanging, guys. Love ya.